Hello everyone, welcome to English class with Sir Kubiey. For today's lesson, we are going to look at PT3 writing, part 1, short essay, how to write a message. Before we begin, let's look at the learning standards. Writing 4.1.1 explains simple content from what they have read. Writing 4.1.2 make and respond to simple requests and suggestions. Writing 4.1.3 summarize the main points of a simple story, text, or plot. Writing 4.1.4 express opinions and common feelings such as happiness, sadness, surprise, and interest. Writing 4.1.5 organize and sequence ideas within short text on familiar topics. Next, writing 4.2.1 punctuate the written work with moderate accuracy. Writing 4.2.2 spell written work with moderate accuracy. And finally, writing 4.2.3 produce a plan or draft of 2 paragraphs or more and modify this appropriately either in response to feedback or independently. Let's look at the types of short essay. In PT3, we have 3 types of short essay. Number 1, message. Number 2, postcard. And number 3, email. In this particular lesson, we are going to look on how to write message. What is message? A message is a verbal, written, or recorded communication sent to or left for a recipient who cannot be contacted directly. Let's look at the format of writing a message. Number 1, we need to have a salutation or greeting. Number 2, introduction. Number 3, contents. Number 4, closing or conclusion. And finally, at the end of our message, we need to sign off properly. Now let's look at this example over here. Hi Chu. This one is the salutation or the greeting. I would suggest a goldfish because it does not require a lot of care. This is the introduction for our message. For the content, all it needs are clean water and some fish food. Not only that, Pat's Wonderland is just a stone's throw away from our school. Therefore, we can go there on foot to purchase a goldfish. I have surveyed on the Pat's Wonderland's website. We will get a free fish bowl if we buy a goldfish from there. That means we can save our class fund and keep it for future use. The price is also reasonable and will not burn a hole in our pockets. We can take turns feeding the goldfish with fish food, which can also be purchased at Pat's Wonderland. Moving on, the closing or the conclusion. These are the reasons for my choice. Hope it helps. Bye. Finally, we have to sign off. Now, let us try and write our own message. Let's look at this question together. Read the note from your father.
Dear Siti, it is your sister's birthday today. I want to take the whole family out for dinner tonight. Where should we go? Thai dish, Arabian dish, or Chinese dish restaurant? Really need your suggestion? Thanks. Love, Dad.
In about 80 words, write a note to your father giving your suggestion. We should start by writing our introduction. Here are some examples that we can use to write our introduction. Number 1. I would suggest you to take us all to Chinese dish restaurant. Or you can write, Arabic dish sounds delicious. Or, I think we should eat Thai dish. Or, sister likes to eat Arabic dish. Moving on, it's time to write the contents. Let's say, for the sake of example here, we're going to choose to bring our sister and the whole family to the Chinese restaurant. Let's look at the examples. We should take all of us to Chinese restaurant because sister enjoys eating Chinese food. I think she does not mind eating Arabian or Thai food, but she always says that they are spicy. Next, in fact, last week we went to Thai dish restaurant and already had Tom Yam Gong and Som Tam. Also, her neighbor just brought some Arab cuisine for us this morning. I'm sure sister will enjoy eating the delicious dish which will be served in a clay pot. Number 3. The famous Chinese restaurant near our house is To Yun Chinese Cuisine Restaurant. The restaurant is open 24 hours, so you can take us there for dinner. The price of the dish is reasonable and it is not a burden for you. All of us can also get free pearl milk tea drinks. After we finish with the contents, now it's time for conclusion. Here are some examples that you can write. Yes, I really think sister will really enjoy eating in that restaurant. Or you can write, that's all from me. Bye. Or, let me know of your choice later, Dad. Bye. Or, I hope I've helped to clear some cloud on your mind. Or, I can't wait for us to eat together. Bye. Now, let us put everything together into one complete message. Dear Dad, I would suggest you to take sister and all our family members to the Chinese restaurant because sister enjoys eating Chinese food. I think she does not mind eating Arabian or Thai food, but she always says that they are spicy. In fact, last week we went to the Thai dish restaurant and already had Tom Yam Goong and Som Tam. Also, our neighbor just brought some Arab cuisines for us this morning. I'm sure sister will enjoy eating the delicious dish which will be served in a clay pot. The famous Chinese restaurant near our house is To Yun Chinese Cuisine Restaurant. The restaurant is open 24 hours, so you can take us there for dinner. The price of the dish is reasonable and it is not a burden for you. All of us can get free pearl milk tea drinks. Yes, I really think sister will really enjoy eating in that restaurant. Love City. So that's how you write a complete message. Now, let's look at some tips on how to score in writing part 1. There are 4 criteria that will be looked upon when writing part 1. Number 1 is content. To get a high score in writing part 1, the content should be relevant to the task. The target reader is fully informed. The next criteria is communicative achievement. In communicative achievement, you are required to produce a text that communicates straightforward ideas using the convention of the communicative task reasonably well. Next, organization. Use simple connectors and limited number of cohesive devices appropriately. And finally, language. In language, you should use basic vocabulary appropriately, use simple grammatical form with a good degree of control, and while errors are noticeable, meaning can still be determined. So that's the end for our lesson for today. I hope now you are able to write message well. However, if you still have any problem, feel free to drop comments below, and inshallah I will try my best to answer all your questions. Please like this video if you find it useful. Subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any other new lesson. And finally, share this video with your friends so they can learn as well. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys again later in our next lesson, inshallah. Bye bye.